let's solve this equation. This is example 3 on page 287, okay? And let's call this equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. Alright, to solve a system of 3 equations, you need to shrink from 3 equations to 2 equations. Another way of saying is that convert from a system of 3 equations with 3 variables to a system of equation with a system of 2 equations with 2 variables. That's what we're looking for, okay? To do that, you need to eliminate 1 variable. So which one you want to eliminate? Look like you can eliminate any one of the 2 or any one of the 3, okay? It's up to you. You can eliminate, because if you combine these, you can eliminate z, right? Look like z is the easiest to take out. So let's start with eliminating the first 2 equations, see what happens, okay? So the equation 1, x plus y plus z equal 180. Equation 2 is x minus z equal to negative 70. I suggest you to align x with x, y with y, z with z. There's no y here. That's fine. This system of 3 equations is fine. When you don't see y here, it means the coefficient in front of y is 0. That means 0 times y is y. There is y there, but because the coefficient is 0, that's why we don't write it, because 0 times anything is 0. Same thing to this equation right here. There is an x, but because its coefficient is 0, so 0 times x is 0. And we don't want to write that, so but it's just 0 anyway. Alright, we still can solve, okay, even if you don't see it. Alright. We're going to add, because we're ready to eliminate the z, okay? So x plus x is 2x. There's no y here, it means 0y. So 1y plus 0y is 1y, which is y. Z subtract z is 0. 180 subtract 70 is what? 180 subtract 70 is, 8 subtract 7 is 1. So 110. Okay? We're adding because this constant is negative. So 180 plus negative 70 means you take 180, subtract 70 to get 110. 2x plus y equal to 110. So we just convert these first 2 equations with 3 variables to 1 equation with 2 variables, x, y. So let's call this equation equation 4. So 2x plus y equal to 110, equation 4. Okay? We erase this to make space. Alright. So far we combine the first 2 equations. Okay? Now we need to combine the second, either the second and the third, or the third and the 1. Any way you want to do, as long as you get x and y. As long as you generate 1 equation with variable x and y. So let's see which one easier, 1, 3 or 2, 3. I would say 1, 3. The reason is because for 1 and 3, okay, for 1 and 3, you can eliminate the z. It has opposite side, or it's ready. If you pick 2 and 3, it's not ready because they have the same side. You want the opposite sides. So I'm going to use equations 1 and 3. Okay? So using equation 1, again we have x plus y plus z equal 180. Remember, the goal is to eliminate the same variable. Alright, this is equation 1. Equation 3 is 2y subtract z equal to 0. Since we're ready, we don't need to solve or multiply anything. We can add them. There's no x here, means 0x. So 0x plus x is x, right? 0x plus 1x is 1x. y plus 2y and 3y, z plus negative z or z subtract z is 0. 180 plus 0 is 180. Simplify, we have x plus 3y equal to 180. Alright, we just used the first and the third equations with 3 variables to generate one equation with 2 variables, x and y. Okay, remember, you eliminate the same variable. Okay, so that you can get 2 equations with 2 variables. So let's call this equation phi. Okay, so x plus 3y equal to 180. Right? The x plus 3y equal 180. And this is equation phi. Let me write it further so that it does not look like multiplied by phi. Equation phi. Alright, now any combination of these generate these 2 equations. 2 equations with 2 variables. Now you can solve, right? You learned this before. You can use the elimination methods. Alright, let me copy this here. 2x plus y equal 1 and 10. This is equation 4. X plus 3y equal to 180. This is equation 5. Pick a term, pick one variable to eliminate. You can pick x or y. So, let's see which one. Look like I'll pick, doesn't matter, I'll pick y, okay? So I will multiply by negative 3 on both sides. Okay. If I want to eliminate y, I need to have negative 3 coefficient for y. That's why I multiply by negative 3. And when I multiply a constant to an equation, I need to multiply the same value to both sides. So this, let's call this one system. This is just to be neat, okay? Same thing here. So the first row, we just multiply is negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Negative 3 times y is negative 3y. Negative 3 times 1 and 10, 0, 3, 3. So negative 3, 30. Okay. All right. Equation 5, we hasn't changed anything, so just copy it. All right. Look like it's ready to eliminate the y. So let's add these 2 equations. Negative 6x plus x is negative 5x. Negative 3y plus 3y is 0. Negative 330 plus 180. Let's see. 180 subtracts 0. 13 subtracts 8 is 5. Carry 1. Which is 2. 3 subtracts 2 is 1. So become negative 150. Okay. Don't forget the side here. Alright. Simplify, we have negative 5x, negative 150. To solve x, divide by negative 5 both sides. Okay. Negative 5 divided by negative 5 is positive 1 times x. This simplify, negative divided by negative is positive. 150 divided by 5 is 30. So x is 30. Okay. Remember, our goal is to solve for order triple x, y, z. Okay. X is 30. We just found. We define y and z. That's next. Okay. So let me rewrite this at 30 here. Okay. This is the answer. Okay, we're looking for. Okay. But we need to find y and z. So simplify. Take this out. Solve for y and z. Now, look at equation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick an easy one to solve for either y or z. Again, you cannot pick equation 1, 2, 3 because you don't know y and z. Okay, it has 3 variables. Actually, I take it back. This time, for this example, equation 2 and 3 only in terms of 2 variables. That means you can, because you know x, right? For this equation 2, you know x, right? You know you can solve for z, okay? You know x, you can solve for z. Just the equation 3, you cannot use it because you don't know y, you don't know z, okay? Same thing to equation 1, you don't know y and z, you cannot solve for x. But for this example, equation 2 is in 2 variables, and you know x, that means you can solve for z. So let me take equation 2, x minus z equal to negative 70, and this is equation 2. I know x, right? So x equals 30. Substitute here, I get this. Simplify by, to get the z alone, right, you need to subtract 30 on both sides. 30 subtract 30 is 0. Subtract z here. Negative 70 subtract 30. It becomes adding, okay? But keep the same sign. So you find the sum of these two values, which is 100. And then simplify, you get negative z. Okay, net 100. To find for z, you need to divide both sides by negative 1, or multiply both sides by negative 1. It's up to you. Simplify, you get negative divided by negative 1 is positive 1 times z. Negative divided by negative positive 100. Simplify, you get z equal to 100. Okay, so z is 100. Okay, so we know x, we know z now. We need to find y. Alright, to solve for y, you can pick any of these equations now because you know 2, right? You can pick any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can pick it, except equation 2, because there's no y, right? You can pick 1, 3, 4, 5, because all those equations have y variables. Don't pick 2, because there's no y here. So pick the easiest one, don't pick the hard one. I probably pick this equation, the first one, because there's no coefficient whatsoever. So let's use equation 1. Okay. Substitute x equals 30. And y, we don't know y, so y here. Substitute 100 for z. Alright, simplify 30 plus 100 is 130 plus y 180. To solve for y, we subtract 130 on both sides. 130 subtract 130 is 0 plus y. 180 subtract 130 is 50. 0 plus y is y equal to 50. So we have y equal 50. Copy is here. Okay. So x is 30, y is 50, and z is 100. When you write the answer, you don't need to write x, y, z on top. All you need is this order triple. Okay, x, comma, y, comma, z. And this is the answer for this system of 3 equations with 3 variables. And for this, we're done with this section. So make sure you check my notes for the homework, okay? I'm not going to post it here, but you can find it. Alright, see you next time.